Good morning and welcome to Wrasslin Dogs Farm.
Okay.
So today I'm going to be working on filtering vinegar from the fermentation stage to the acidification stage. Now if you check out my Facebook page, you'll see that I have posted lots of videos about the beginning process of vinegar and lots of videos of the fermentation process. So now that all of those processes have stopped with all of the vinegars that I've made, today I'm going to be spending the day straining and filtering all of the batches of vinegar. So if you'll notice, I have a stone fruit vinegar right here, which I filtered, I strained 2 days ago, and it had a lot of sediment in it, so I let it just stay in the jar for a couple of days so that the sediment would sink down to the bottom, so that now I can put a stool here and strain it into another bottle and filter it. This is my Italian plum vinegar, and if you'll notice, this one I have already strained it and I am still in the filtering process right here. And I love to use just basic coffee filters. Try to get the unbleached ones if you can, and use these. They're not expensive and they come in really handy when you're filtering your vinegar. So I also have 4 other varieties of vinegar that we're going to be straining and filtering today. So we have a pear vinegar and a carrot vinegar, which were started with pieces of mother, and as you can see, during the fermentation process, they actually formed nice big thick mothers, which we're going to retrieve. And the mango and the apple vinegar were fermented without a mother, and so they did not form a mother during the fermentation process, but they will during the acidification process. So what is a mother? A mother is a mixture of cellulose and amino acids, and it is basically just the product of the fermentation process. And it's kind of a gross looking thing. This is a mixture of the stone fruit mother and the Italian plum mother, and it is something you can just keep for your next time you're making vinegar, and just keep it in the refrigerator covered, and the next time you make vinegar you can use it. But you do not need a mother to start your first batch of vinegar. So now the fermentation process takes 1 month, and the acidification process takes 2 months. You can stretch those dates. I have. You just don't want to cut those dates short. So I have some vinegars that I actually started back in November that have not been strained. So it just makes the flavor a little bit more complex, but you can do it as quickly as 3 months or as long as 6 months. You can also keep the fruit in your freezer if you don't have a lot of it at one time. Just have Ziploc bags in your freezer that are labeled with what type of fruit are in there, and then over the winter this is a great thing to work on. I prefer personally to make my vinegar over the winter, because in the summer there's a tendency to have issues with fruit flies and gnats and things like that. So doing it over the winter is really great. Plus, all your vinegar is ready this time of year as the salad greens are starting to come up. So what do you do with your vinegar when you're done with the vinegar? You make salad dressings, and we love to make salad dressings in these tiny food processors, and you can Google tons of recipes for salad dressings. I will post my recipe for a basic vinaigrette on my Facebook page, and I also love to make shrubs. I make a shrub with vinegar and honey, and they're really great. You add them to tonic water or to club soda and have it as a non-alcoholic mocktail, or they're also used in cocktails. I've made shrubs out of some of the smaller batches of vinegar that I've made. For example, this Italian plum vinegar, which I'm obviously not getting a hell of a lot out of. I'm going to turn that into a shrub, as I did with the cherry vinegar that I made last year. And these are great things I love to give to people as gifts, and I like to have them available when we have guests, especially when you have kids over, because they love to make sodas with their own syrups. So that's about it. Check out my Facebook page, 2 Wrasslin Dogs Farms. There's a whole lot more information on there about how to make vinegar. If you have any other questions, you can just direct message me through the Facebook page. Subscribe to this YouTube page, Chris Napolitano, and we'll continue to give you some videos on things that you can do at home. Fermenting fruit scraps is really a great way to teach your kids about avoiding waste in the food system, and also studying the whole fermentation process. So have a great day. Wish me luck. The house is going to stink of vinegar today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.